Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amanda and today's video is going to be a little bit of a Amazon book haul. I haven't actually filmed a video in a while, so I thought this one would be a good one. I did finally get some books that I've been meaning to get forever, and so I figured I would show all of you. I have been slowly trying to work on getting all of the books that I've wanted. I've had lists on Amazon and thrift books and stuff forever of books, and now I'm finally getting around to ordering them. Our first one is Where the Crawdads Sing. This one has been all across a lot of my Facebook groups. My best friend also highly suggested this book as well. Back of it says, for years, rumors of the Marsh Girl have haunted Barclay Cove, a quiet town on the North Carolina coast. So in late 1969, when handsome Chase Andrews is found dead, the locals immediately suspect Kaya Clark, the so-called Marsh Girl. But Kaya is not what they say. Sensitive and intelligent, she has survived for years alone in the marsh that she calls home, finding friends in the gulls and lessons in the sand. Then the time comes when she yearns to be touched and loved. When two young men from town become intrigued by her wild beauty, Kaya opens herself to a new life until the unthinkable happens. So, like I said, that one was kind of an impulse one. I've seen it pop up across my Facebook groups a lot, and one of my best friends highly suggested it, so we decided to purchase that one. This was one that I also saw come across my Facebook, one of my Facebook groups. It's called The Taking of Jake Livingston, and says, something terrible happened in my neighbor's house. It's getting cold too fast, like the entire winter is dropping here and now. The shadow comes down like a blanket of ice as I search my 4 pockets, slacks, and hoodie. Where are my keys? There are moments when it controls me, the shadows, the darkness. Moments where I become dizzy, undefined, just a floater like the failed tests in my classrooms. But I know my porch, a column of white balusters. I know my front door, deadbolt and handle that you push down to get inside. A freezing wind sweeps under my hoodie, pulling me backward. I tilt my way into the house and click the door shut. TV's playing from the living room. Somehow Mom's out of town. Benji, I call, no answer. The air is cold inside and the light is so dim that even the earth tone prints on the wall have lost their luster. Around the entryway, I find the TV on Channel 2 News. We have to put a stop to gun violence. How many more people have to die? There's a headline with a picture of my neighbor, the son of the weeping couple. Mateo Mooney, survivor of Heritage High shooting, found dead in home. Oh my god, Mateo is dead. So that one looked like it was really interesting. Again, first 2 books were ones that were actually recommendations on Facebook. So I kind of like reading all sorts of different books. I don't really have a preference of genre. So if something looks interesting, I'll read it at least once. So those 2 were actually suggestions. So the next are actually a like a series, a set of them. I noticed the first one in Walmart and it looked like it was really interesting, and then my best friend said that she had bought them and was reading them or whatever and said that they were really good. So it's a Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Again, I saw this one in Walmart and it looked like it was really interesting. It says, this is a story of an investigation turned obsession. Pretty and popular high school senior Andy Bell was murdered by her boyfriend, Sal Singh, who then killed himself. It was all anyone could talk about, and 5 years later, Pip sees how the tragedy still haunts her town. Now a senior herself, Pip decides to re-examine the closed case for her final project, at first just to cast doubt on the original investigation. But soon she discovers a trail of dark secrets that might actually prove Sal innocent, and the wine between past and present begins to blur. Someone in Fairview doesn't want Pip digging around for answers, and now her own life might be in danger. So again, saw this one in Walmart, looked really interesting. Finally got the whole series. There's also Good Girl Gone Bad. Then there's also As Good as Dead. So that series. I've been trying to stay away from a lot of series lately, but this one was only 3 books together, because usually I'll find like one book in the series at like the bookstore, the library bookstore or something, or you know, I'll notice it somewhere and then I have to get the whole one to read it. So I've been trying really hard to stay away from a lot of series this year, so but that one looked like it was really interesting. So this next one is a Corey Taylor book. It says You're Making Me Hate You. This is the back one. So if you don't know who Corey Taylor is, he is from the bands Slipknot and Stone Sour, and he has actually written quite a few books. And I have actually wanted to read all of them. So again, another thing that I'm slowly trying to build on. I also don't mind like memoirs or, you know, books that other, like, maybe not like artists write. So anyway, sorry, I was reading back. But yes. I actually don't mind books that are written by like singers or songwriters and stuff like that, whether it's memoirs or other ones. So I know this one just came out not that long ago, so that one should be a good one. So next one, I swore I wasn't going to buy any more series, but this one's only 2 in the series, and it's by a really like a mother-daughter duo. They also wrote the House of Night series, which is pretty good. So the first one is Spells Treble, and then the second one is Omens Bite. So it says Mercy opened her eyes. Hunter sat beside her. Beside Abigail, Xena had turned to face the tree as well. The huge cat's black back was fully arched, and her tufted ears flattened against her skull as she continued to growl menacingly. The thick trunk of the mighty tree dripped with something disgusting, black and foul and thick. A snout pushed through the darkness and took form, melted wax becoming solid as it entered the world. Red eyes broke through the shuddering bark. The thing was huge, all sinew, matted fur and claws. Its breath came in rapid pants as it pulled its body through the corrupted center of the tree. The fetid stench of it reached Mercy, thick with sulfur and rot. Mercy tasted bile as she gagged in revulsion and fear. So, I've seen this one and the sequel floating around Facebook. I follow them on Facebook. Again, wrote the House of Night series, which is really, I've only read a handful of them, but they're really good. So I figured I would try out these 2 books, see if how they were. I'm sure they're good though. They look interesting. So the last 2 books, this one, Ashes of Gold, which is a sequel for Wings of Ebony. I've been wanting to read the first one, and I have the first one, but I wanted to wait till I got this. So, fantasy series. Looks like it's really awesome. So, then the last one is one that I've been really, really dying for forever, and is The Storyteller by Dave Grohl. So, in the back case, he is the lead singer of Foo Fighters, and he also was in Nirvana. So, again, I really like memoirs and stuff like that too, so it's kind of always interesting to read stories from like your favorite actors or musicians or whatever, and kind of deep dive into that. As always, I thank you for watching my videos, and I hope you have a great day.